Hi, I am Payungsak Wiriya Bandit Kun. Welcome to Asian Agribiz podcast, bringing you interviews and updates from the animal protein community throughout Asia, from a trusted provider of news and market intelligence. In this episode, our regional correspondent Meliana is speaking with Nemie B Falconite about precision feeding programs in pig production. Mr. Nemie is part of the technical services team that supports the commercial team in Cargill products and services. He also leads the Philippine deployment of Agriness S4 in key commercial farms.
Hi, Nams. Thank you for joining this podcast.
Good morning, Melly, and thank you also for the opportunity, for the invite.
Okay, today I will ask you about precision feeding programs in pig production. So, first thing first, could you tell us what is precision feeding and how does this impact pig nutrition?
Well, precision feeding is about providing the right nutrition at the right age of the animal in order to target the desired performance goal. In Cargill, we have the Cargill Nutrient System or CNS. CNS is the foundation in which we've built our models, our tools, and our applications that help customers make better and faster decisions for their businesses. CNS is quite unrivaled in scope and application. It is the most advanced, accurate, and practical nutrition system in the world, both in ingredients and nutrients. CNS evaluates the nutrients available in the raw materials, and we formulate those with what the animal needs, thereby providing a precise feed formulation and application, resulting in improved predictability of the performance and more consistent economic return. So with using precision feeding, the pigs will receive the optimum level of nutrition they need for efficient growth without wasting ingredients or resources and without the risk of underfeeding the pigs that will lead to poor performance.
How does the system identify the specific needs of each pig names?
Well, thank you for raising that question, and I'm glad that you mentioned the word system because Cargill Nutrient System is a differentiator in the market. CNS is the largest nutrition system globally, containing an extensive collection of ingredients, nutrients, tools, and experts. We have more than 2,000 unique ingredients used by Cargill feed mills and as well as our clients. Our CNS data is used for 14 billion animals worldwide, ranging from swine, poultry, ruminants, and aqua, to name a few. And we analyze more than 3 million samples annually. And we have the world's largest NIR feed database with more than 500 NIR instruments conducting around 13 million nutrient analysis per year. Supporting CNS also, there are around 500 nutrition science professionals helping us on that one. And with CNS, we have generated a library of about 700 unique nutrients describing ingredient characteristics that account for species and life stages. So with this in mind, CNS supports maximum end-to-end bioefficacy to ensure minimum nutrient waste. This starts with the right ingredients sourced from carefully assessed suppliers and then delivering them in precise amounts in the production process. And in addition, CNS brings a world of insights to our customers' doors. It provides producers with real-time nutrient analysis of feed ingredients, allowing for precise feed formulations tailored to variables like species, climate, geography, business goals, nutrient requirements, and of course, local ingredient costs. So now farmers can build a precise diet, or like we can build a precise diet for them that maximizes nutrient availability for their animals while managing nutrient costs and minimizing waste and environmental impact.
Okay, you mentioned that precision feeding reduces environmental impact. How does precision feeding contribute to the efficiency of nitrogen?
Well, for in the case of nitrogen, that would come from protein. So what Cargill does is that we formulate based on digestible nutrients. So in this case for nitrogen, that would be the digestible levels of amino acids. So we don't formulate based on crude protein, which I know a lot of farmers are still doing right now. We formulate based on digestible amino acid profiles. So that would really help lessen the impact of nitrogen um, uh, load in the environment. So that's amino acid profile usage.
How does precision feeding optimize efficiency and profitability while improving animal health?
So when we focus on diet optimization, we make sure we deliver what is needed by the animal, thus demanding less of the earth's resources. So when we have like excessive nutrient in the pig's gut or the pig's digestive system, it will pave way to the proliferation of harmful pathogens. And that would eventually compromise the animal's health, affecting growability in the long run. So here we mean less is more. Okay, so expounding further on what CNS has done over the years, it has developed and updated our data from all locations of Cargill's operation. And these data sets include a variety of information about the environment where the pigs are raised, the herd health data we have captured also, and the different feeding practices employed in these farms. So all these variabilities significantly affect the pig's growability and are major considerations in precision feeding programs. Now, right now, it gets more exciting, no? Because these days, with a bunch of new technologies that are emerging, such as drones, satellites, environmental sensors, which provides additional information that will further enhance the effectiveness and usefulness of the precision feeding that we offer. And to some extent, these new technologies are now being applied by the cattle industry and some advanced pig farming operations where growth modeling also play a big role in optimizing nutrient inputs and performance outputs.
Names, can small farmers adopt this feeding method? How can they be encouraged to adopt this method?
Yes, in the Philippines, we have a lot of smallhold farmers that are home mixers. So we also teach them how to follow the same suit with what the big farms are doing or what Cargill system is doing right now. So we give them the technology and we help them and we educate them so that they could also be a part in taking care of the environment and using precision feeding and feeding less and then getting more kilograms out of each sow that they take care of in their farms.
So you highly suggest pig farmers adopt this method, right?
Yes, because the thing there is that uh, although these are smallhold farmers, but they constitute a bigger portion of the population of farmers that are tending to pigs worldwide. So there are more of them compared to the commercial farms out there. So there's really a need to reach out to these farmers and teach them sustainability in raising their pigs so that we could all take care of the environment also.
What are the precision feeding program success parameters and how are these measured?
So precision feeding success is measured through these three important metrics. So we have number one, productivity, number two, profitability, and number three, efficiency. For productivity, at the end of the cycle, one sow should be able to produce the highest possible kilogram of meat sold per sow per year, or we call this the weight sold per sow per year, or the kilograms sold per sow per year metric. So this is influenced by three factors actually. That's the sow's litter size, born alive, and reduced pre-weaning mortality. So to increase the born alive for the sows, one of the best ways is to employ the high-low-high feeding management at gestating phase. And we have seen dramatic performance improvements in the sows born alive on farms who have adopted this feeding method. And at weaning, we should also be able to efficiently and effectively manage the weaning lag caused by the changes in diet. That's from sow's milk to complete feed, and even the changes in the environment. And number three, we have this rapid kilo technology. It's a feed formulation strategy that aims to ramp up the finisher's average daily gain to around 700 grams per day. That's from birth to finish. Then number two, we have profitability. When we are optimizing growth performance close to the pig's genetic potential, it means our cost to produce per kilogram is reduced. However, there's a caveat here, which does that mean that low cost to produce means low feed price. More often, when farmers use low priced feeds, the result at the end of the cycle is an efficient growth, resulting to lower profits. And number three is efficiency, which is actually feed conversion ratio or FCR, which simply means the amount of feed consumed per kilogram of pork meat produced. So it is our aim to lower FCR for a more profitable feeding. Again, we aim less is more here, less feed consumed, resulting to more kilograms sold. So that's productivity, profitability, and efficiency.
Interesting, Nams. Nams, what is the challenge of these feeding programs?
The challenge for this feeding program is the adoption itself of the farmers because different farms have different setups and they have different set of challenges. And sometimes the biggest challenge is the workforce or the person involved in the farm taking care of the pigs. So if they're not taking care of the pigs well, then we have a big problem there. So that would really amount to less pigs produced, more sows going into reheats. They don't even feed the pigs the right amount that needs to be fed in a day. So those kind of problems that a common farmer would face in terms of labor, and also if they don't have access to good raw materials, that would be a very big problem also. So they cannot really fully employ and even get the benefit of precision feeding if they have issues with raw materials. So they need to get some help on that part also.
Okay. Where do you see sustainability playing a role in this system?
So in the context of sustainability, using precision feeding, please allow me to cite three of the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals to which we think precision feeding plays a vital role. So first is food security or zero hunger. Because of efficiency, we're able to produce more pork meat, thereby more food supply to the general populace. Then second, responsible consumption and production. This goes back to the whole point of reducing the amount of waste generated from inefficient feeding programs in pork production. We put great emphasis on responsible sourcing, efficient use of resources, and innovative solutions to responsibly grow our animals. And third is climate action. We wisely use our resources to maximize outputs and minimize deforestation of the globe. And Cargill is also actively working on sustainability issues such as carbon dioxide index for feed ingredients, with which we can also formulate diets with minimum carbon dioxide emissions. So above mentioned improvement is the way we contribute to a more sustainable agricultural sector because that means we are able to produce more with much less in a world where resources are scarce. So our business foundation now is anchored on the aim that Cargill will be the leader in nourishing the world in a safe, responsible, and sustainable way.
You mentioned that Cargill contributes to sustainability in precision feeding. Do you see more pig producers accepting this system?
Yeah, that would, for the farms that are under our system right now, that are our clients, they don't know that they're already doing it because we are already formulating the diets based on that system. And it is our aim also as we reach out to more farms, as we give a bigger, shall I say, uh, adoption for this type of feeding style, that we would be able to share the knowledge and the techniques that we have been using so far for the past number of years in helping, put sustainability back on track, even in terms of animal production.
You also mentioned that beside pig, this system applied in the cattle industry, right? What other species to be good to adopt precision feeding? Is it just for big animals?
Yeah. In other countries now, where Cargill is also working with a lot of farmers, so we have this in aqua, we have it in poultry. So that would be some of the major sectors in the agricultural part where we have employed precision feeding. So not just in cattle, not just in swine. So we are advancing to other species right now in the application of this uh, feeding technique.
Interesting. Anything else you want to share, Names?
Oh, I'm so grateful for the opportunity that you've given us, Miliana, to impart what precision feeding is. And so it is our hope and it is our aim that we would be able to reach out to more customers out there and share how sustainability can be achieved even as we take care of our animals and how we feed them responsibly. So hoping that in the days to come, we could do a face-to-face discussion and more collaborations in the future. Thank you, Meliana.
Well, thank you, Names, for taking the time to talk with me today.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you for listening to another ASEAN Agribiz podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to the show on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts.